up, it's talking wrestling time. Pond Water and Amy, partners in crime. Dropping facts with laughs and trivia too. Pro wrestling tales coming straight to you. Stories wild and questions quick. Amy and Dave with the perfect kick. Tune in every week, don't miss the ride. Wrestling knowledge served with pride. Talking wrestling, it's a wild ride. Dave and Amy kicking ass on the wild side. Grab a chair and join the spree. It's all about the wrestling fantasy. They rant, they rave, they won't behave. Wrestling fans, come out your cave. It's time to party and misbehave. Talking wrestling, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show. They rant, they rave, they won't behave. Wrestling fans, come out your cave. It's time to party and misbehave. Talking wrestling, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show.
Hello and welcome in for another edition of Talking Wrestling with Pond Water and Amy. I'm Pond Water Dave. So that must mean that she is the first lady of the Arn Anderson fan club, Miss Amy Vaughn.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, Amy?
I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather.
Oh no.
I know. It's like it's middle of July. How could I have a cold? But I sure do. But I'm definitely on the up and up. So,
Well, we're glad to hear it.
because I got to be ready for all this weekend wrestling. We're getting ready to have.
We got a big, if there's something for everybody this weekend. It's killing me that I can't be in Dallas at StarCast.
Oh, I know that. Did that start today, or
Starts tomorrow.
it starts tomorrow?
Yeah, I think
I know.
But that Texas wrestling panel with Dory Funk and Kevin Von Erich and
JBL.
and it's just wow. Stan Hansen.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there is going to be quite the show going on at StarCast.
Yeah, and I believe Conrad said they're not recording that one. So
if you got to be there to hear it. So
yeah, it's killing me. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. But
what are the odds of you taking a run to Dallas tomorrow?
Oh, slim and none. Slim left the building. I couldn't have this week off. This is the way that it popped up, and that's why I got last week, and I couldn't. Normally getting the 4th of July is impossible, but everybody wanted the week after this year.
Interesting.
And with the current climate at where I work, I don't want to get sick and go.
Yeah, I understand.
And also, my route was pretty decimated from me being on vacation. So I have worked very hard this week. But the upside is I will be handsomely rewarded at bonus time for it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, Willie.
I want to say hi to all our friends. We're rolling with us in the chat tonight. Austin Kendrick. Hey, Austin. Allison Faye. What's up, Allison? Early happy birthday to her. She just but her birthday's Sunday. And
they're doing a special top.
She just does it and she just does her birthday on her birthday. Oh. She doesn't do all that whole birthday month.
She gets
like
involved.
Some people.
She gets involved with it with me sometimes.
Coach Keith Morrison, Ginger Griffin, Willie Thornbrew. Hello, and welcome in. Thank you for joining us on a special Thursday night edition. We're on Thursday because we're going to have a guest on in the second hour. He's big, he's bad, he's huge, just walking graveyard destruction. Suge Whyte will be with us. Really impressed with him. He's no nonsense, intimidating as hell, but he's certified badass. So I can't wait to visit with him a little bit later.
Heck yeah. That sounds fun. Suge Whyte. Certified wrecking machine.
Yes, he is.
Now, where does he wrestle mainly? Everywhere?
He started in Wildcat down in New Orleans, but he
Mhm.
wrestles Pro Wrestling 225. He's Lost Art of Wrestling. We had
Okay.
him in at BIW last month.
Oh,
I mean,
good for
he's all
him.
over, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. I mean,
Mhm.
Sean Dunn says he's not that big.
Interesting.
Andrew Herm is not to be confused with Suge Knight.
No. But I guess if Suge Knight wanted to be interviewed by us, we'd do that, right? Why not?
I talked to him.
Yeah, what could we possibly ask that would not be awkward? No.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Did you it's Amazon Prime deals,
Oh, I'm
this
aware.
week. Oh, okay. So
We
what have
had
you gotten stuff?
two deliveries from Amazon today.
What did you get? What did Stephanie get?
Well, I don't know what's in one of the boxes, but she got a monopod.
What's that?
It's a stick. It's just instead of a tripod, it's a monopod.
Oh, okay, okay.
Your camera
Mhm.
that big because she's got that big ass zoom lens, so
Yes.
where she can actually use it and she.
Awesome. Okay, good.
In all seriousness, he wrestles for us down in Top Draw. He is a phenomenal talent. Looking forward to the show. Thank you for joining us, Sean.
Yes.
Watching his match with PJ from Top Draw.
I was going to say, Sean needs to come on. Tell us a little bit more about Top Draw. I'm going to have to look into that. So, what did you get anything from Prime? Amazon?
No. No, I bought 2 Funko Pops this week. I didn't get to.
And what did Stephanie say?
Stephanie said, "Why did you buy those Funko Pops?" I said, "Because they hit me in the feels."
Who are they?
I got Arnold from Happy Days.
Okay.
About
Okay.
Pat Morita, the Pat Morita
Okay.
Arnold, and I got him out of the box and I put him on the shelf with my Fonzie.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
And then
What about
I got Bruno coming from Encanto.
Okay. That's
We don't
a
talk about
children's.
Bruno.
That's right. Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well,
I've watched it about 500 times with my granddaughter.
I was going to say, I figured that was a Encanto. That's like a Disney Pixar, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Trying to think what I got. I've gotten some things from Amazon. But
No, Stephanie
Walmart,
bought everything that I didn't.
Allison has definitely she's been sharing her her good deals. Oh, she
And
hasn't looked at Funkos yet.
I accidentally bought a Penta mask.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I had my You don't have to hardly touch that little slide bar. But
is that on purpose, I guess, maybe? No.
Probably. And it really surprised me because most of those masks were going for a little more than what I paid for mine.
Right.
No, I was serious. Trust me, Allison. I mean, I've got some masks. I've got some masks back here, but
that's what he had to tell Stephanie.
I don't. If I wouldn't have, accidentally is a better story, but I mean, kind of like, I don't have to sugarcoat if I bought a toy.
Right.
But like today I went to the barbershop and I told her to give me a 0 fade, use a 1 and fade it up to a 4.
Yeah.
And she just scissored the top though. It's not as short as I thought it was going to be, but it looks all right. But I mean, I was fully prepared to come home and look Stephanie in the eye and say, I didn't know the 4 would be that short. I thought, because I normally go shorter than that. Scott Segura, Suge Whyte is lucky our street fight match at Top Draw has been postponed. God is real and looking out for Suge's best interest.
Interesting, Scott. You might have to come on here too and tell us a little bit more about that.
But
God is real. Looking out for Suge.
I'm going to have to star some of these because when he gets in, I want to be able to circle
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
But anyway, we're
Yes,
here on Thursday because this is the best night for him, and that's why we pivoted this week.
and it really did work out because my cousin wrote a children's book. And my niece, she's 21 and she is super talented. And she's in school for graphic design. Her name is Addie. She illustrated the book. And they had a book signing at our local library because the book is about a little boy who he goes around to different places in the town. And that would happen to be Tuesday night. So it worked out perfectly because I wasn't going to be able to do Tuesday night because of that. But then we were able to have Suge on because Thursday works better for him. So
Okay, let's talk.
look, Mom,
I know,
listen
I
to
saw
me.
that.
I'm
Everybody's
telling the
calling bull
truth.
on it, but I legitimately trust me. There was other masks, and after I did that by accident, I was out on the whatnot because I knew they were going to come up with a mask that I wanted.
Yeah, so
And
you're
I'd
like,
already,
oh, I got this
I
one.
done it now.
That's funny. You're just like, that's smart though. That's smart. At least you got off so that you're not like,
I think he calls it Lucha Super Show on whatnot. He's got some
uh-huh.
really nice masks. He had a Penta Joker mask that looked
Ooh.
really good. He only had one though, and it went on. I think it went pretty close to 60.
Uh-huh.
But
So what is the mask that you got? What does it look like? Do you remember?
I think it's blue.
You don't remember.
It's some type of shade of blue.
Oh, well, you're colorblind, so
I
that might
know.
be it too. Okay.
I think the guy said it was blue, but I'm telling you, I probably would have bought a mask last night,
Yes.
but I legitimately accidentally bought the Penta mask.
But it's still Penta. I mean, is it cool looking? I mean, are
No,
you
it's great.
at least happy with it?
But it's great. But like I told you before the show, that I'm going to sell it because it's not what it's not. It doesn't fit my collection.
Right. So if anybody in the chat or listening,
Yeah,
would
I'll
like
make
to
you
buy
a deal on a Penta mask.
But also, I don't know. Stephanie may know this, but like Walmart is also doing deals. They do something very similar. You know, when Amazon does their Prime, Christmas in July kind of stuff, Walmart does it also. So you can get some pretty good deals. I got some good deals on some ink cartridges. It's more practical stuff at Walmart that you get,
Okay.
So it's like batteries and ink cartridges.
You want to talk about wrestling?
Yes, we need to because there's like 8,000 different. Don't start.
Capone's excited for his wrestling weekend.
I know.
Amy,
Yeah, he's real excited.
What show this weekend are you most looking forward to? We got Evolution, we got Saturday night's main event, and we got All In.
Oh man, well, it's hard. It's really between All In and Evolution, only because All In, it's just going to be a banger. I mean, they're just really going to have so many great matches on the card, All In. But it's also, I'm afraid it might be, 8 hours long. I'm not looking forward to that. Evolution, they've got a lot of great women talent, and I'm really curious about the battle royal that the Evolution's having. So I'm definitely looking forward to Allison's birthday episode on TNA Top 10. So I think I'll go All In. I think I would. I think there's a lot of good wrestling that's going to happen at All In.
Well, let's talk about a few of the. Let's talk about the top matches that are going to be going on.
Yes.
For the AEW Tag Team Championship, it's a 3-way. We got Jet Speed, we have the Hurt Syndicate, and we got the Patriarchy.
I hope they don't. I mean,
hey, I'm gonna tell you
what.
I watched a little bit of AEW, and the way that Speedball Bailey is getting his licks in on guys that are so much bigger than him, I think that it's interesting how they've done it, and it doesn't make me like, calling complete and utter bullshit on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's given up a lot of size to Lashley and Sheldon, but I think you would think that I think this thing's whole set all the way set up for Christian and
Nick
Nick to win it.
Wayne. Man, I'm looking at these 3 teams, and I know that they're all working hard, but like, why? I mean, Sheldon Benjamin and Bobby Lashley they just look above all the rest. Like they
Oh
don't even look
God,
like these people
yes.
are competition, and it just really kind of saddens me. I'm sure it seems like there probably will be some, shenanigans or something, because I think that's all the Patriot. Not what is it? Not is it patriarch? That's
Patriarchy.
all they know. Do you think someone will join, or do you think is this a time MJF like screws them over?
It's a little
And
early. I think it's a little early for MJF to screw him over.
you think so?
I think it's a little early. I don't think Speedball and Jet Speed's gonna. I don't think that they're gonna win it. I think that they're gonna set it up for Christian to steal it like he normally does, and Nick Wayne's already a champion, so why not put 2 belts on him? Because it makes.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, why not? What's he a
I'm
champion of?
I'm not a huge fan of champions getting title shots.
What is he?
Like when they
ROH?
brought Will Ospreay in, the first person that they had him beat on television was a Ring of Honor pure champion or TV champion. But I'm just saying, out of the 240 people on your roster, you used your champion to put over the new guy.
Right.
So
What is Nick Wayne? ROH? I can't tell. What
yeah,
his
I think he's pure champion.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you're right. Why not just have 15 titles on one person, like
Right.
like Mercedes? Like, I'm really worried about this.
Well, I
worried
see what
about
they're
that
doing
match.
with her, though. I see what they're doing with her. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I know.
Because I had an epiphany today.
And you know what? Andrew does make a great point. This have to be a 3-way, because you're right. They're just Lashley and Benjamin Sheldon, like they should never lose a straight up tag match. But if you get one that's like, you got all
He's
kinds of
TV
different groups and stuff, okay. But
Thank you, Coach.
yes, thank you, Coach. That does make a lot of sense. There will be some shenanigans, I'm sure, and they'll probably lose the belts, unfortunately.
All right, we got a Texas death match.
A
Because
real Texas death match, or is it we just saying it like the actual rules of a Texas death match?
I don't know that their rules are the same, but
Probably not.
But I mean, like, you keep getting jumped by everybody, so why not make it legal for everybody to jump you?
Oh, well, yeah. Does Hangman have any friends in this? I mean,
I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't think so either.
But I just don't see a scenario that Hangman doesn't win this.
Well, there is one
Wait a
scenario.
minute. Andrew says this is a pinfall or submission, no rest period. But do they still have to answer the 10 count?
It should be a 20 count, right?
No, it's 10 count.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was a 20 count, but if you'll go back and look, like David Manning was counting 1, 2. I mean, so they were counting twice as fast, and now it's just a slower 10 count. But
I got you. Well, like I said, exactly, Tony Khan. Like, that is the only scenario where John Moxley beats Hangman Adam Page if Tony doesn't pull the trigger.
This should have been a cage match to keep the outside, to keep everybody out.
Yeah, that would have been good.
But I think that Hangman's going to overcome the odds. And
I hope so. I'll say it that way. I hope so.
All right, this is an interesting one. We got the Continental Champion Okada against the International Champion Kenny Omega. If I was actually going to buy this, I've got plans Saturday. I'm not crapping on this. If I didn't have plans with multiple grandchildren, I would watch this live. But what I'm saying is, hang on just a second. Suge's in on hour 2, Brandon.
But stick around, Brandon. Don't leave us.
But Okada, I think Okada should win this.
Okay.
But and with no disrespect to Kenny Omega, I don't say this because I think I still to this day think that Kenny Omega's title reign has been the best world champion title reign in AEW.
Is he the world title? Is that what the international champion is?
No, that's because Intercontinental is copyrighted. But it's a unification, but both championships don't go away. The new champion can carry the new belt, the unified belt.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win.
Or they can carry all 3 belts.
Okay.
Which if I was going to bet, I would bet that they're going to carry that whoever wins it's going to carry all 3 belts.
Oh, yeah, they kind of are liking to do that. It seems like at this time.
I mean, I'm a belt. Everybody knows I'm a huge belt mark.
Right.
I think Tony Khan's a bigger belt mark than I am. And and I actually love it. Because when you can make somebody like me that, I own over 70 belts. I've lost count. But, I mean, when I think that there's too many belts on television.
The person who doesn't know that. Yeah,
but really. I love it, man. I'm here for it. So, yes. But my prediction is Kenny Omega wins.
Okay. I don't have a prediction. I'm just really excited I'm ready to see these two go for it.
But like Kenny Omega wins, and I'm pissed about it because Okada needs to be the top star in AEW. I still think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. And that's how he should be presented.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Hermes is right. We have not seen Japan, Okada, or Omega, and I'm ready to see it.
Maybe this will be the jumping off point. Maybe we'll see.
They were so good in Japan that I showed that match to a kid that never saw anything but WWE. Mm-hmm. It was 50-minute match, and when it was over, he couldn't believe it had gone 50 minutes. But it was great.
Yeah, he just didn't even
feel like 50 minutes to me either.
Right.
All right, this one. Would you say that it's fair that I'm probably not the biggest Mercedes Moné fan in the world?
I do think that is fair. I think that's
Mercedes needs to win this match.
Why?
Because she would be a better representative as the women's champion in this company.
You think so?
Yes. The promo, the whole thing, which if you got 2 women who want to kill each other, I think there needs to be an official in the ring to keep them from killing each other, but that's okay. They did the whole champagne deal, and man, Toni Storm's the best character, the best creative that they've had in the company. Period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The way that she took a character from 50 years ago, converted it into the wrestling space. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go back and you watch old Carol Burnett shows, the silent film star with the butler Max, Luther is Max.
Mm-hmm.
Toni Storm is Ms. Madam, and it's been incredible. But my criticism of the Attitude Era with DX and all some of the stuff they were doing with the women's matches and the Edge Lita sex show and all that.
A little much.
It made me uncomfortable because there's kids in the arena.
Right.
I saw Toni Storm get outclassed in the ring last night on a promo.
Really?
Mercedes got her points without any vulgarities. And Toni Storm said, "Eat shit, bitch," and then held the title up again and screamed, "Eat shit, bitch." Now, Mercedes may drop a bitch every now and then.
Right.
But
right.
I'm like, it's like let's see how much we can cuss on television.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
cuss like a sailor. I
Right.
use the F-bomb as a comma. I'm not anti-cussing, but I mean, I don't remember that time that Harley. I don't remember that time that Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair were in the ring, and one of them told the other one to go eat shit.
Right.
I mean, the
No,
closest
you're
ever
right.
came when then Dusty said, "Doo-doo's good for me. Doo-doo's good for you too." I mean, I'm just saying. I don't think it. I'm not offended by the language so much as I am disappointed in the lack of creativity.
Yes.
It
Yes.
falls short for me. And last night was the first time that I saw Mercedes as the star that she is. Because to me, she's always the fourth of the four. I mean, she's always fourth best of the four horsewomen.
Right.
But I just that's that. I mean, that's where it turned for me. So I could see Mercedes getting it and having all those. I could see Toni Storm giving her first loss too.
Mm-hmm.
But
It kind of does with Mercedes having all these different belts. It either they're going to have, like you said, this belt, the AEW Women's World Championship belt, elude her, like that quest, or she's going to beat Tony so that she literally has all the championships.
well, I think
It could
Well,
go
I think
either
she
way
beats
on
it,
that.
beats it, has all the championships, and then there's the Toni Storm redemption story, and then maybe you can have some of the other women.
Right. It probably would be a better people tend to be more behind Tony, and Mercedes is more of a heelish character.
Yes,
It seems like a redemption story for Tony Storm would be better received by the audience than Mercedes didn't win the women's title. So I do agree with that. So I do think I think it's going to be a good match. I hope it's a good match. And like you said, yeah, I kind of agree. I think Mercedes might end up taking this, and then so she has all the belts, and then hopefully we see a redemption story of Tony Storm.
yeah.
And then maybe they start using some of them other women that they have on the show, or like Deanna Perrazzo and I know Camille's.
Scott Segura says people will believe in Suge Whyte before they believe in Joe Hendry. Brainwave. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. That's why I do. I don't know if you're familiar with our show, Scott. We try to focus on the indies. That's why we always try to put a spotlight on the indies.
Mhm.
And I came in singing the praises of Promise Braxton after I worked with her.
Yep.
Like she was something different. This week on Natalia's on Busted Open, Natalia went on and on and on about Promise Braxton.
Yeah, I did. I saw what.
And all I was thinking, man, she just reaffirmed everything I said. The stars of tomorrow are on the indies.
Heck yeah.
And there's a lot of people that you can look at and it's like, why is that person not on my television?
Uh-huh.
I strongly feel that way about Suge Whyte. I mean, this guy is a presence.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to talk to him.
Let's go over this evolution thing.
Oh.
I
I'll
don't
be
see
interested to see
any
what
way
happens.
that Jay doesn't win this match.
Right. I mean, no.
Jade's going to win this match.
Unless Bianca interferes, right?
I don't think that's happening.
In this
I don't
one?
think that's happening yet. But I think this is going to be pretty cut and dry. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill's going to win this match. But put a pin in it. I'm not through with Naomi.
Mm-hmm. For the night?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get there. We're going to get there. Io defending against Rhea.
I want Io to hang on to the title. I like Rhea. She don't need the title. She needs to wrestle men, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. I think she can do so much more without that title. I think that title needs to stay on Io.
Well, but I think Rhea's going to win it back because This is the send them home happy part of the pay-per-view.
Mm.
Now,
Okay. Okay. I want Bailey to win.
and that's why Lyra's going to win. Lyra's going to pin Bailey.
Mm. Okay. You think we'll see this again then at SummerSlam? Like the
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the same three-way, because
I don't know if there'll be a rematch, a three-way rematch, but I just feel like the build to it. I think that Lyra was the champion and it was underwhelming.
mm-hmm.
And now I think they've put a little shine on her standing up to these two main eventers. So this.
Yes.
I thought Natty and Maxine were going to be in this match.
I have no idea. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you add another team, but maybe so. I don't know. I think it's Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, don't you think?
No. I think the champions retained. I think the champions retained.
I don't know. I feel like there's too much going on. I think Charlotte and Alexa win. But like you said, though, who are these people on top? I don't even know who that is.
That's Saul Ruka, and I looked up the lady's name and already forgot.
Oh, okay. Now that you say
one
that.
word name.
Okay, I know what you're. Oh yes, I mean I don't know their names, but okay, now I know who you're talking about.
But I think there's going to retain because they got this whole thing with Roxanne Perez and the Judgment Day.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Something will happen when Liv gets back.
Okay. Well, yeah, Liv will have to be like. I mean, it's her title, so.
Did you see that they had like flowers that made it look like she was dead on the table?
No,
like candles and flowers, the real nice arrangement.
No, I did not.
Yeah, look, chance go to WWE's X account. They put a still picture up there. It was funny because Dom was like, "She's not dead."
Right. That's true though, because you could have something come back with Liv and be like, and then Roxanne's like, well, I've been defending the title. It should be like Freebird rules, and maybe Liv don't want to do that. I mean, it could be interesting. I don't care about this match. Is that terrible?
Okay, this is the feel-good match of the night. Now, let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Does Trish actually win the championship before Naomi cashes in on her? Or is Naomi going to cash in on Tiffany? Because this is a setup for Naomi to cash in and get the title. And I tell you that to tell you is, who does Jade Cargill have a title match with at SummerSlam?
Is it Tiffany? I don't even know. Oh, yeah, that's right, because she won the Queen.
So then when Naomi is the champion, their match at SummerSlam is for the championship. And everybody feels good about Jade because she'd already whooped her ass one time tonight.
Right.
This is where the Money in the Bank gets cashed in. I feel it with my whole heart.
I think it has to be Tiffany, because I just don't think it.
She doesn't agree. She thinks that Trish is going to get that.
I know. Capone, hush.
Because her kids have never seen her win a championship.
Oh, Lord, you think so? I think it's better. I mean, if Tiffany gets beat by Trish, who's, yes, an amazing, but I mean, Tiffany is an up and coming star. Like, why would you have a legend beat your champion? Like, I just really think that Tiffany needs to beat Trish, and if she's beat the crap out of her, and then Naomi comes down to beat Tiffany, I get that, but I just don't think that. I mean, that's just me. I just don't think that helps Tiffany in any way getting beat by Trish. You know?
Yeah, but we'll see.
Well, if that is the same sentiment, then we're going to see Goldberg beat Gunther, and I sure as hell don't want to see that. That's just me. Anyway, it's Capone says it's Tiffy time.
Now I'm
Right?
watching this. I still pop for Goldberg.
I'm fine to pop. I do not want him to win. Do not put him over your talent now. Like that's what I'm really worried about. That's just me. You pop for the
As soon as the
injury.
music hits. As soon as the music hits.
It is really, I mean, yes, it definitely can send you back to the 83 weeks. And I mean, it was definitely a time to be
It's his
watching wrestling.
It's his retirement match. And I just laid out the same scenario with the women.
Right.
Goldberg beats Gunther. While he's celebrating in the Georgia Dome, here comes Bronson and Braun. Goldberg's looking at him. Seth slides in, hits him in the head with the briefcase, cashes in. 1, 2, 3. Seth cashes in on Goldberg. Goldberg gets his feel-good moment in Atlanta.
Why would you do that to Gunther? My God, why are we doing that to Gunther? I get it. He tapped out and lost his champion the first time. Why can't Goldberg do a number on Gunther and Gunther wins, and then Seth Rollins comes out and cashes in on a beaten up Gunther, and like everybody, Braun Breaker spears him and does all that stuff. You kind of turn Gunther face that way. I like that better. Seth Rollins can still win, but I'm just saying
that's what I think.
I like my way better.
But I'm excited for it, and it'll be fun to watch.
Definitely. It is going to be fun to watch wrestling this weekend.
All right. You know what time it is?
Is it my time?
It's time for Amy's Trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
All right. Well,
what's trivia about tonight, Amy?
It's about evolution.
Oh, and
it's about the first evolution. Since we're getting ready to have first question says it all. It's been 7 years since the airing of the first ever all women's wrestling pay-per-view Evolution. It was held in 2018 in Uniondale, New York at the Nassau Coliseum. In which month? Was it January, May, October, or December? When was the first?
I think it was December.
You think it was December? What about anybody else?
I think it was December. Oh, man. Allison called out the spelling error on the belt.
I know.
Oh, also, Scott in the chat that's making the comments about Suge is Scott Phoenix, who's a hell of a wrestler in his own right.
Awesome.
I didn't recognize it. I mean, I didn't know from the name, his name on Facebook. So
I got you.
I apologize, but yeah, he's Scott Phoenix is a hell of a talent.
Well, he said he'd love to come on our show. We'd love to have him.
I would.
All right, we got a little bit of everything, so at least somebody's going to be right.
Scott says it was in October. Allison said January.
You know you should never go against Willie.
It's got to be May. I'm too old for that.
You hear me? I said you should never go against Willie. He knows. He said October.
The answer is October.
October.
I thought they did it in December, but
Nope. October 28th.
Mm.
Next question. How many total matches were on the card for this pay-per-view? Did we have 8, 9, 10, or 11?
I'm going to go 8 because it was pre Triple H era,
Mm-hmm.
but 8's a lot.
8 is a lot.
T-Weave says 9. Miss Ginger says 10. Heather says 8. Heather's normally right.
Heather is also, I was going to say, Heather is another one that's usually on the money, and you should not be disappointed because it was 8.
All right.
There was 1 dark match and 7 matches on the actual show, I guess you could say. And wait, I'll tell you at the very end what the dark match was.
Okay.
All right, next question. Nia Jax won the 20 Women's Battle Royal by eliminating who? Was it Ember Moon, Zelina Vega, Tamina, or Asuka? She eliminated somebody to win the 20 Women's Battle Royal. Who was it?
I'm going to say 7 years ago. I'm going to go with Asuka.
Okay. We got Asuka. We got some Ember Moons.
Well, 2 of them said Ember Moon.
Oh, I don't know who that person is. Actually, as a little Easter egg, the answers that I have are lined up in the order that they were eliminated. So it was Asuka, then Tamina, then Zelina, then Amber. So Amber Moon is the answer. Ember. No, I'm sorry, not Amber. Ember. Ember Moon is the answer.
Ember Moon, also known as Athena, the Ring of Honor Forever Women's Champion.
Exactly.
Who's going to be defending that title Friday night against Thunder Rosa?
Oh, that'll be a fabulous match. They were on.
Hey, I'm telling you, AEW stands for Athena every week.
All 4 women's championships, and that would be the Raw, the SmackDown, the NXT, and the NXT UK titles, were defended on this pay-per-view. How many champions lost their title this night? No one. Everybody retained. You had 1 champion lose, 2 lose, or 3 lose. How many champions lost their title this night?
T-Weave saying 2. Miss Ginger saying 3. I'm going to go with 1. Heather said 2. Willie said 1.
Do you know? It was 1. It was the NXT champion. Io Shirai got beat by Shayna Baszler.
Oh.
And that is when Shayna Baszler became the 2-time NXT champion. The longest match on the card was the last woman standing match between Charlotte and Becky. Which women's championship title was up for grabs in this match? Was it the Raw, SmackDown, NXT UK? I already told you it wasn't the NXT belt. So it's really, you just have 3 that you have to pick from. Raw, SmackDown, NXT UK.
SmackDown. Charlotte was SmackDown champion 7 years ago.
Okay, I think everybody you're right. It was B. SmackDown. And I misspoke. It wasn't Io Shirai. It was Kairi Sane. My bad. Kairi Sane is who Shayna Baszler defeated for the NXT title. I'm sorry. Speaking of timeless, who did Toni Storm defeat to win the Mae Young Classic tournament? These are fill in the blanks now.
Was the finals of the Mae Young tournament on that pay-per-view?
Yes, it was.
I don't know.
Well, take a guess. This person is still on the show, still part of WWE.
I don't know. Jordan Grace?
What? No, it's Jordan Grace. It was Io Shirai. That's how I knew I messed up.
Okay.
That's how I knew I messed up, that it was Kairi Sane, not Io. Sorry. All right. As NXT UK champion, Rhea Ripley defeated whom in this dark match for this pay-per-view? So Rhea Ripley was on the dark match defending her NXT UK championship. Who did she defeat?
Piper Niven?
Nope, it was not Piper Niven.
Oh.
This person no longer, was just recently released, probably in the last 12 months, if that helps.
Cora Jade?
No. You give up?
I do.
Dakota Kai.
Ah.
Dakota Kai. Who defeated Nikki Bella by submission to retain her Raw Women's Championship belt?
So 7 years ago, the Raw Women's Champion would have been...
Hi, Ben. Do you have a guess?
Was Becky Lynch a women's champion?
It
was Ronda Rousey.
That's right.
Willie came through.
I was sitting there, I really thought I was giving it away by saying she was defeated by submission. I thought that would have, really thought that was.
It didn't feel like Ronda Rousey was wrestling 7 years ago.
Yep. Well, yeah, I think she's had 2 kids since then, right? And she left to have a baby. Or when she left, she had a baby. I don't know if it was, So there were 2 other. There was a 6-man on the 6-man match also. I think I hit all the matches, but that was a pretty impressive card to see, what they had going on. So it'll be interesting.
I think it's a pretty impressive card what they're doing, and I can't believe it's been 7 years since they didn't do it a second time.
I know. Well, and I'm COVID probably messed up everything, and so then you kind of had to slowly, and then the selling and all that other stuff. And I'm sure that there was a bunch of, but I'm really glad. I think the matches are going to be great, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. My Lord, Heather, what boot do you got on? I think the boot of my foot. Oh, what do you have did you hurt your foot? Did Heather? I can't remember.
You know what I'm looking forward to?
Big time belts?
Nope.
Oh!
Bayou Independent Wrestling presents Caught in the Crossfire Saturday, July 19th at the West Monroe Convention Center. The doors open at 7. Bell rings at 7:30. Advance tickets on sale at Caldwell Banker, or they're $20 at the door. But if you can't make it to West Monroe to see Caleb Conley defend his championship against Steve Anthony, to see Barrett Brown defend his championship against Bam Bam Malone, you can go to markoutmoments.net. That's our YouTube channel. You're probably already there watching us right now. as we are going to broadcast live wrestling on our channel. And we're super excited about doing it. The boys from Drunken Pop, TJ Stevens, Timmy C, Dollar Dave, they're going to call the action. I'm not going to be refereeing this show. I will be doing the backstage interviews. And also I'll be doing some camera work. It's going to be a 3-camera shoot. It's going to be interesting. It's either going to be real, real good, or it's going to be a complete cluster. But either way, it's going to be entertaining. Amy's going to be is going to be managing the chat, and we're really excited to have the opportunity to bring you live wrestling. It's going to be 6 tremendous matches, 2 of the semifinal matches, the Down in the Bayou tournament, Exodus Prime versus PJ Hawks with John Saxon, Exodus new coach at ringside. We got Ray Fury and
Hunter
Law in the other semifinal match. I believe the Wildcat heavyweight champion Nate Bradley is taking on Nate Collins.
Good deal. I think this is going to be great. I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait to watch.
And then I'm really excited for Raza Riley and Frankie Thomas. Raza came in last minute on the last BIW show, and I mean, I think pretty much stole the show. I mean, it was something to see, and being in there with a veteran like Frankie.
Can only imagine.
It's going to be a great show, and we're super excited to bring it to you. If somehow Bam Bam can manage to beat Barrett Brown, he will become a Bayou Independent Wrestling Grand Slam champion.
Will he be the first one? Do you know?
I want to say Steve Anthony is.
Okay. I didn't know. That's going to be interesting. Okay.
And Sean Dunn's right. Roz is an exceptional talent, and Frankie's no slouch. I often say that Frankie Thomas reminds me of Buddy Roberts. He's modern day Buddy Roberts. He can get heat like crazy, and he's just such an incredible worker in the ring. And I mean, when I'm refereeing one of his matches, man, I mean, I know he's cheating, but knowing it and catching him are 2 very different things.
That's right. That's right. He's got it down to an art.
And I think without Brittany, he stepped it up a notch.
Oh.
But so join us if you can't be in West Monroe, do join us on Markout Moments channel. And
I'm gonna get a side. Miss Ginger's making me a side.
You're gonna ruin her. You're gonna ruin her, Miss Ginger. Kevin Davenport's here.
If you have not had a chance to go over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, we would very much appreciate it. We are on the cusp, and I really do mean the cusp of 9,000 subscribers, and we are overwhelmed with all the support that we get and everybody that loves listening to us. We're just 2 people here that get along, and we love talking wrestling, and we love...
3 of y'all click the subscribe right now, and we'll be at 9,000. We're at 8,997.
Oh, yes.
But
or tell your
Kevin
friend.
Davenport's here, and he does a great job over on the Double Dropkick podcast.
Love it.
And they talk about wrestling belts a lot. And speaking of wrestling belts, you can get yours at Big Time Belts, facebook.com. Join the Big Time Belts group. Muhammad Zubair is doing incredible work. He's providing championship belts for the independent circuit. So many championships throughout the United States, but a lot of the Mississippi and Louisiana belts have come from Big Time Belts. The North American heavyweight champion. This is a version of there was an NWA version of this that was never an NWA belt. And everybody thinks it was, but Russ Miller had one made years ago. With like the Intercontinental style. He went to Big Time Belts. Look at that beautiful red leather.
I do like that.
The HCW American champion. That's a kind of a take on the WCW World Championship belt.
I like the plates on it.
Which is, I don't know if anybody knows or not, but the WCW belt was just a version of the Winged Eagle without the sidebars. The Russell L. Chew Hair King Guru.
Yeah.
He got a custom belt from Big Time Belts.
It's really cool. You showed us 3. I mean, of course, this one now 4. You've seen 3 belts. They're all very different, but very well made. You know, it's not like it's the same belt, just different names. Like they are very much customized to what you like and what you're looking for. And now I wonder if they're still together. Did we ever find that out?
And I just noticed that one of the belts has Mister on the left and the Mrs. on the left. There, I guess I've just always thought they were both identical, and I just now noticed that the Mr. and Mrs. were reversed on them.
Yeah, I guess.
You're wondering if they're still together.
Yeah. Don't you want to know? I want to know.
Our good friend Tim Robinson, who ran AMW Wrestling in East Texas for years, used to rent belts from me when he ran a show because he wanted to have quality belts. And all these years later, he finally started making his AMW belts come true. Now I'm hoping that he'll run a show just one time.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
But I love this is my favorite one that he did out of all of his belts because I love this style of belt. The PCW Heavyweight Champion, Palmetto Championship Wrestling. It's one of the most detailed. Was one of the most detailed belts. Look at the detail on there, that CNC work, how they stack the plates.
The colors just pop. I mean, it's a beautiful belt.
Big Time Belts, Facebook.com. And we want to thank them for sponsoring our show.
Kevin made his wife subscribe. Thank you, Kevin's wife. We appreciate it.
At this time, I want to bring in a man who is a wrecking machine. He's tearing it up. You see him here at Top Draw Wrestling.
Wham.
Absolutely destroying PJ Hawks.
Aww.
Please welcome to the show, Suge Whyte. Hi, Suge. How you doing?
Hey, Dave. What's up?
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hey, thank you for having me. How you doing, ma'am?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
This is Amy.
Nice to meet you. I appreciate y'all having me. And for those that don't know the head honcho by now, Google's free.
I tell you, but they've been in the chat waiting for you. Scott Phoenix said that I'll go ahead and show you. He said that you're lucky that the street fight match at Top Draw has been postponed. God is real and looking out for your best interest. Shots fired.
Look, Dave, let's be for real, man. I'm not going to give that guy any free promo. This is the last thing I'm going to say on him tonight. He's lucky and his family's lucky. It's no longer happening. I told this guy a long time ago, man, when he had that newborn, like, bro, just pull out, man. I don't want to do this to you. I don't want to do this to you. He just had a baby.
Well, so tell me, I know that you got started at Wildcat, but tell me what brought you to professional wrestling. What made you decide to get in the ring?
Well, to be completely honest with you, Dave, I love money. I love beating people up. So realistically, what happened was during COVID, I wasted a year of my life. I felt like, we're all stuck inside on the couch, whatever. I had got out of touch with wrestling for a long time. I probably stopped watching it around 2002. So I'm just sitting on the couch at one of my friend's house. He has it on TV. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, I could do this. Everything that they're doing, I could do this. I think it was Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt having a match, and I'm not knocking any of one of those guys because they made it to the top level. R.I.P. to Bray, but they made it to the top. I'm like, man, I can do this. So I Googled wrestling schools, and the only one that come up was Wildcat, and it's been up since.
You picked a good one.
I was gonna say, did you watch wrestling when you were younger?
It's a yes and no thing. When I was a little kid, it was kind of bad. My mom, I guess I was like 2 or 3 when I watched it. I'll come running in doing headbutts. So my mom would never let me watch it. I remember probably around 5th or 6th grade, I would watch it again, but only at my grandmother's house. It was kind of like sneaking things. And then I would get in trouble at school for telling people to suck it. So my mom was like, "Where you get this from?" Freaking out. But I kind of fell off, I believe, around like 2002 when The Rock lost to Brock Lesnar, I believe. And I just, kind of fell off.
But you
Undertaker.
know, the way that you body people reminds me of early Brock Lesnar
Man, well, I
because he was
appreciate that
bodying
compliment.
everybody.
I appreciate that, but early Brock was a beast, and I ain't there yet. But I definitely, we'll get there.
Yeah, well, you're a heck of a presence in the ring for sure. So, when you trained at Wildcat was Luke doing the training?
Yeah, yes and no. Luke will be there, but Luke's a busy man. His
Yeah, he is.
schedule. Guy has all those movies, TV shows going on. Now he's taking more bookings, so he's constantly on the road. So he'll be in and out, dropping knowledge, paying attention here and there. But we had, I'll shout him out, PJ Hawks. I tell everybody he's my head trainer.
Uh-huh.
He showed a lot. He helped me out a lot. They had Matt Lancey out there, Jay Spade, Buku Dow. Uh, I don't want to miss anybody that helped me
Yeah,
out.
I know
Danny
that's what happens when you
Flamingo.
start calling names.
Yeah, quite a few. Their roster has so much experience and knowledge that a lot of guys had a hand in training.
And then you've branched out though. I know you're. I mean, now with Top Draw,
And
225, Lost Art. You do Gulf Coast also?
I have done Gulf Coast. I've done Gulf State. I'll be at LWA this weekend. I've done MCW. I've done XIW. I'm up and down the Gulf Coast right now. I'm blessed.
Making
Um,
towns.
I'm very fortunate. It's enjoying the ride. The ride is enjoying, but it's hard. It's hard out here, and I didn't realize how tough it is to get booked. Because at first, when I first got out, I'm like, hey man, look at the school I came from. That outside of some areas, some people don't know that school. So
Mm-hmm.
once I just started to be able to get my foot in the door, some places, other places, been able to get their eyes on me, and everything's just been a journey so far.
You mentioned hard to get booked, and I would say BIW is one of the promotions that because he's very very selective who he brings in. But you came in and you made quite an impact on that one.
I had to because I know how he books. He wants to book a year out. I'm like, man, this might be my only chance of this year for him to see me in person. I know he saw me once. He came to a Wildcat show, but I've improved since he saw me at that last show. So I really just wanted to show out and let him know, hey, man, on the Gulf Coast scene, I'm the real big man, one of the better big mans out here. You got Nightmare hanging it up soon. You have Camacho hanging it up soon. Like there's a lot of guys that are talented, that are towards the end of their career. I'm like, hey man, I'm the next one up.
Have you
Do you
worked
have
with Camacho?
I wrestled Camacho for Lost Art.
Oh wow,
I was
he's a
surprised. I was surprised to get that match. To be honest with you, but yeah, I had me and Camacho had a match. It was a lot of fun.
yeah he's taken liberties with me more than once.
Uh, I, I can't scold him too much, Dave. I've put my hands on quite a few referees.
Yeah.
Uh,
are
Well,
there
hopefully it won't be me. Hey, but I'm gonna
nah,
tell
man,
you
you
what
you've always stayed out. You always stayed out
you
the way
have
so
put your
far.
hands
Called it
on
down
me,
the middle.
but you put me back in the ring.
Oh yeah.
I
had
mean,
to.
he snatched me like I wasn't nothing.
and put you
But
back in the ring? Had to what? Count of three? What was the
well,
situation?
it was you know that the reason I'm not refereeing because when I went flying out of the
Okay, was
ring,
it that? Okay.
he picked me up and chunked me back in there. So I guess what I'm
Okay.
asking now, do you have unfinished? You got unfinished business with Alex Arsenal and Steve Anthony, don't you?
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
Uh-oh.
Steve Anthony. I don't really have so much beef with him. I went in there and did what I had to do. My affiliation with Rob King, the business is business, and I believe that kind of ran its course. But Alex, oh man, this guy is a rat. Shows no loyalty,
Mm.
no spine. Wants to turn your back on people that has helped you. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't take kind to individuals like that.
Yeah.
Outside of him interfering and putting his hands on me, I show no love to rats. So if I'm ever in the same room with Alex Arsenal, I promise you, I'll put him down.
Interesting.
That's
Well, I
that's
wanted to go back to the towns. Do you have any certain towns that you really like working in during your travels?
So I love Panama. Panama has been amazing and beautiful. I think it's more so because of the weather, being there by the beach.
Yeah.
Um, some of these Mississippi crowds, I definitely enjoyed my time at Bay St. Louis. Definitely, some of these Mississippi crowds get rowdy. You know, they get a little
Mm-hmm.
rowdy out here, and I love it. I like it. You know,
The
I feed
further
off.
down
I
the
feed off the
south you
crowd.
get, the further down the south you get, the hotter they get.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the Carolinas is like. I would love to get tapped into the
Ooh.
Carolinas and see those
Mm.
passionate fans.
But home is my favorite city that I've ever refereed in
Why is that?
because those people, they still believe. I mean, there was a woman who wanted to kill me, and security had to keep her from doing it just because I came in and reversed the decision. And I mean, those people, they are so invested. I mean, when it's they buy in, and it's you just can't beat a crowd like that.
Oh yeah. I find that a lot here in the South, though, all across the board. There's a lot of passionate fans that really, really believe, and I appreciate it. You guys are paying to come see us, and you believe in
Yeah.
us and believe what's going on. So they come and do their job, boo me, boo me, boo me, but then they're telling me I'm their favorite. So I'm like, you guys are conflicting here. You either hate me or you don't.
Well, that
What do
says a
you?
lot because,
Mhm.
well, I mean, I'm an old school fan. I mean, 1983 is my favorite year, and you remind me, you remind me a lot of Terry Gordy
Okay.
because I hated Michael Hayes and I hated Buddy Roberts, but I respected Terry Gordy. I didn't like everything he did, but I wasn't going to jack with him. So you found yourself, you're not supposed to like him, but you respect him so much that you can't help but like him
Okay.
because you know that the guy that you're cheering for is fixing to run and he's going to be in a train wreck. So,
Well, I mean, I kind of understand it when you put it that way.
and that's so I mean it as a compliment, and I think today's fans, I think they gravitate to people that I say it a lot, believable.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Oh,
very believable.
I appreciate that. I believe the same thing. If you have first of all you have to believe in yourself and what you're doing, and if you don't believe in the product that you're putting out there, the people, the fans that are paying aren't going to believe
Mm-hmm.
in you. And I'm not an arrogant, cocky guy. I may come off as that, but I am very confident in the way that I carry myself that like I should be. Um, I know I have a different style than a lot of guys here on the indie scene nowadays. I know that's another thing that makes me stand out. It's not that punch kick, but
No,
people I be putting it on people out here, and it is a slower tempo than some of the other guys out here on the scene.
Sean Dunn says, as someone who's been punched in the mouth by this man, I can attest that he is hard to hate. But
My bad, Sean. I don't. You should. That's Mustang's fault. He shouldn't have put you in that match with me.
So, what do you have upcoming that you can tell us about?
So this Saturday is going to be a big show. Louisiana Wrestling Alliance back in the pit.
Mm,
I can't say my opponent. I feel like people can put the pieces together if you really think about it. But I have a big quality match this coming weekend. Um,
awesome.
I'm hometown hero, and I'm gonna dog him out. Outside of that, I have Lost Art coming up at the end of the month. I have
25th.
they're in some type of, I believe it starts off as a six-man tag elimination there with Simon
Okay.
Phillips, Nightmare Jeremiah, Raza Rayleigh, Cliff Rogers, and Jesse the Dragonheart. I'm not sure who's on teams yet, but I know that's the lineup.
And it's an elimination?
Yes, sir. So it starts off as a six-man tag, and then it will turn into a triple threat. No
Oh,
break.
Cool.
So we'll see how
nice.
that goes. Um, I know I'm missing something. I know I have Combat Pro coming up. I have a show pretty much every week this month, and like again, I'm blessed to be doing this because I could be sitting on the couch or just working once a month, and
That's right. I want to say, ask earlier, you said how your mama didn't like you watching wrestling because you were you would be doing the moves and stuff. What's she thinking now that you're actually in the ring wrestling?
My mama loves it. She's one of my biggest supporters. And to be honest with you, before I got into wrestling, I had a conversation with my mom.
Uh huh.
You know, because I feel I am a reflection of her still. And if she wasn't cool with it, I wouldn't be here. So
Right.
all these guys out here that are getting beat on, y'all can thank my mama.
Did she get
Let's-
to see a lot of your shows? I mean,
I send her just about every match I have, but my
uh-huh.
mother lives in Maryland. She
oh,
Oh,
made her
okay.
way down here for my debut, my first ever match, and I can count on one hand how many times she's been here, but I don't stress it. I don't stress it. My mom,
Well,
I understand the distance.
oh well, yeah, that's quite a distance, but that's great though. That's so nice that you send her your
they need
matches. I'm sure she
they need to book him up at MCW.
I would love
exactly.
to come to MCW. I would love to
Then
come
his
back
mama can
to my
come watch
second
him.
home.
Yes, we need to help make that happen
I would appreciate that.
somehow.
I can make.
MCW.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm already trying to. I've already picked the opponent.
There you
Um,
go.
Who you got?
What we waiting for?
O'Shea Edwards.
Okay, I'll slap him around. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. MCW doesn't know this, but Maryland is my stomping grounds too. After Katrina, that's where I was.
Uh-huh.
I was in Waldorf, Maryland, outside of DC.
Okay.
I've been in but the Baltimore area. I have so many friends and people that consider me family out there that it may be a homecoming if they bring me up there.
They should do
I
it.
like it. I like that.
So, did you go? Did you go to Maryland because of getting away from Katrina?
So
Or
we got a little fortunate. Prior to it coming, I had ended up me and my sister ended up being accepted to a private school in Pennsylvania called Mercersburg Academy.
Mhm.
Um, I went up there, did a semester, and then transferred back into public school. But if it wasn't for that, we would have been down here,
mm,
and who knows where we would have ended up.
Mm.
fortunately, I hadn't made my way to Mississippi yet when it hit, but my
Mm,
wife told me the horror stories.
yeah.
I mean, of how bad it was, and we're up here by Jackson,
Mm.
and it was that bad all the way up here. So
Mm.
Yeah, I had a lot of family that stayed in the area. Everybody was luckily. I know some other people are less fortunate, but I mean, I was blessed that my family made it through. But
yeah,
I don't understand. They were just stubborn, not wanting to leave the house. I'm like, come on, we're way up north now. You guys could have came to us, but that's hindsight.
yeah. But, so let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. You trained at Wildcat.
Yes, sir.
Who was your first match?
I was in a tag match. I had my partner was a guy that no longer wrestles. His name is Chris Dugan. I went up against Jet Danger and the Manimal Caden Marks.
We're familiar with him.
This was at X Rated. I had made my debut for one of the X Rated shows at Wildcat, one of their big shows, and it was what it was. I went in there, did my thing. Nothing to the levels that it is now, but you can see the early stages of or where I was headed.
Mm-hmm.
So how long did it take you after you started to venture out from Wildcat and start making other areas?
I literally like the next week or two, I was booked
Oh
when I left
wow.
Wildcat. And then I turned one booking into two, then two into three, and just it's been happening. Some months are better than others. Some months I have every weekend. Some months it might be three or the four. But I was been very fortunate to when I was stepped away from Wildcat to be able to step in to other opportunities, and I will always be appreciative of those promotions that gave me a shot right away.
Yeah, if you made it over to Texas yet?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to. I hit up a couple of promotions out there. I know a lot of talent out there. There's guys telling me to come on, come on. I'm gonna make my way. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'll I'll chat you. I'll talk you up to some of my friends up in the North Texas area
Oh, thank you, sir. I
from where I got my
appreciate that.
start, because I think you'd be a credit. I mean, heck, all the guys that you're wrestling, or most of the guys that you're wrestling, are coming from Texas.
I've wrestled a lot of Texas guys. Great talent, man. There's so much talent in Texas. There's so much talent on the Gulf Coast in general. But I definitely, some of my most notable opponents have been Texas guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing to me how independent wrestling has exploded, and like I've been doing this for 20 years now. And when I started, there was just a handful of quality promotions, but there was a lot of just
Not quality.
I hate to call them shit. I hate to call them shit shows, but
And call it what it is.
it was ring time. But it was ring time. You know, it was because you just when you're starting, you just want to get as much time in that ring as you can.
Right.
And
It's
and
true.
but what I'm saying now is that Texas has exploded. But when I moved here in 2010, it was slim pickings of where you could work.
Mm-hmm.
And now Louisiana's exploding, Mississippi's exploding. It's, I mean, Tennessee, the whole Southeast
Mm-hmm.
and Florida,
Alabama's got a
Alabama,
lot. Definitely
and
got a
it's
lot.
not just. But what I'm saying is, it's quality places to work. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
business started policing itself,
Yes.
and the embarrassments are getting pushed out sooner rather than later. And I think this has got to be the most exciting time to be a professional wrestler, especially when you got AEW,
Yeah.
you got TNA, you got the NWA, MLW, Ring of Honor, WWE, Evolve, ID, WWE IDs,
Mm-hmm.
making it possible for guys like yourself to chase your dream,
NXT.
putting you in a financial position to focus more on it rather than
Mm-hmm.
having to hit that grind and then still chase your dream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think professional wrestling is as healthy as it's ever been.
I agree. I mean, I know I don't know too much about the business or a historian, but I do know I have seen in my short time of business a lot of changes. Some of the shows I have worked, they have done a roster overhaul, like
Mm-hmm.
overnight. And there's a I don't want to put the promotions out there, but they're gonna have a show coming up for one of these promotions at work. It's probably gonna be one of their best shows of the year because of the roster overhaul that they've done, and it's just I've been very fortunate. Like when I started at Wildcat, I was just that's all I knew, and it's part of because only thing that popped up on Google, and I feel that's all these other promotions or schools' faults. Like you guys should have been putting yourself out there as well. Now that I'm out there, like you said, I see the things blowing up. Look at LWA blowing up, doing huge things out there. You got Top Draw doing huge things. You have 225 still doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come to Mississippi. Yeah, the Gulf Coast wrestling. I didn't really know too much about them prior to my knowledge, and not to talk trash them or anything because I
Yeah.
love them, but I wasn't like thinking highly of them. I'm like, oh, where are they at? Bay St. Louis. I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And I get in there, not only the locker room, the guys that run the place, but the fans that they bring in. Just, I'm like, man, it's
That's a pay. I worked AWA down there before they went out, and I loved going because the fans.
yes, they have
I
some
mean,
great fans.
and it was a quality shows.
Yes,
You got quality shows with great fans, and I don't know how when I'm heading home, the drive home is so much easier when I'm hyped up knowing that I've been part of something special. Because if I get sleepy behind the wheel, something's wrong. But what town is Top Draw running in?
we're running Lafayette.
Okay.
But they had ran prior to being in Lafayette at Northside High. They had ran a couple of other towns too. I remember doing one last year. I don't want to lie to you. The town, I felt like they only had a post office in there, but they still, the building that they had, they still filled it up. And that was a good experience. But they're in Lafayette.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with going to a town and the crowd outnumbers the population.
I feel like I've been to a couple places like that, and I'm always amazed. But also when I come to it, I also have to think to myself, I'm like, well, it's not like these people probably have an NFL team or a basketball team to watch. Not much excitement goes on in this town, so ain't nothing better to do. Come on, go see some action.
That was Abbeville.
Abbeville. I apologize because I've never been to Abbeville in my life. And that's another thing about wrestling. I've been to so many places now that I probably would never go to ever. And no disrespect to the people that live there. I appreciate y'all coming out and spending y'all's money, but I would never be in some of these places.
Oh, I know. I mean, there's towns I'm the same way. I'd never heard of Homa and didn't even pronounce it right the first 2 times I went down there.
They
But
do have one post office.
But
so
they make
that's
they make a big
funny.
enough impression on you. It's so good. And Atali Roberts. Did I say? I probably butchered her name.
Italy?
Italy. Oh,
Yes,
they
you
do.
did,
They do have one post office.
You butchered that.
See? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, people live here? And these, and when they pack out the building, I'm like, what do these people? Where y'all come from? Y'all just came out the fields or something? I didn't see anybody when I'm passing through.
Oh,
Nobody, and y'all just pop up.
I've been told. I've been told about a small town that we went to one time, and I'm not going to call it out. But I was told, be careful when you go down there. They got one brain. The whole town got one brain. They take turns using it. But when I tell you, I had the best time. But and also I'll shamelessly let Sean know that I am licensed in Louisiana.
He didn't know.
I hadn't heard from him.
Oh, I'm about to say, I thought everybody knew that. BIW runs some Louisiana shows.
Yeah. Woody McCullough says, "Hey, Dave and Suge.
What's up,
Woody,
Woody?
thanks for joining us tonight."
That's another thing crazy about wrestling. I wouldn't have expected to see like some. I see some of the same people at every show. And I
Mhm.
ain't talking about the same promotion that might be. I'm work every promotion I work. I'm seeing some of the same people.
They
I'm like,
travel.
it's crazy.
Oh yeah. I guess I used to travel for it. I used to travel to watch it. So,
I didn't know that was a thing with no
but
disrespect.
but
I
I
didn't know
never
that was a thing
traveled
in independent wrestling.
like Ginger Griffin, Miss Ginger.
Yes.
The next time you're she may have a Suge sign at Lost Art.
She said she would. She's been to a couple of my shows now, and I've been surprised with that.
But
Like
she travels.
well, Woody, for example, shout out to Woody.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that's a thing on the independent wrestling scene. I didn't really know that. Like, just like people follow their favorite football team, I
Sure.
didn't really know there are guys that, and I ain't talking about just in Louisiana. You're going from Louisiana to Florida to Arkansas to Texas. Like, you're putting some miles in, like
Miles.
as if you're the worker.
And I mean, you gotta love it.
I ain't mad at them. I appreciate them. I always show love. I always show love. And I know I'm supposed to be this. Hey man, you want to come spend some money? I'm gonna show love to you. I'm gonna
Mhm.
appreciate you because I would never have expected to see, like I said, some of the same faces at all the shows.
The
That's
people,
cool.
the people that do that, they're true wrestling fans. They're getting something at the shows that they don't get watching it on television.
Yes.
It's not the same.
No.
And there's something because when you're in a crowd at a wrestling match and when wrestling is right and gives you that feeling, there's nothing better.
Hmm.
That's with anything. Like I don't like watching baseball on TV, but if I'm at an Orioles game, I mean, yeah, we have other activities going on, drinking and stuff, but
Oh yeah.
I'm having the greatest time. I'm like, oh, I'm not even a baseball fan, but I'm like, oh yeah, baseball's so amazing when I'm there.
Uh-huh.
I put it the same thing when you watch wrestling on TV. You see everybody like, oh, you're impressed. But when you're in person and I chop somebody, you feel it. You feel it in the crowd. Oh, it's a way different experience than watching it on TV.
Television wrestling is a completely different animal because because you're not performing for the crowd, you're performing for the camera.
Okay.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that because that pays the bills.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm not saying, like, if you go to a WWE house show, sometimes and I for one, I was told when I trained, you're never going to watch pro wrestling the same way again. And that's true.
That is true.
I watch everything through the eyes of a referee. But I take my grandkids, like when they're in Jackson, we go to the show. And I'll say, if that guy was that way on television, because they don't present like Redbeard, Eric Rowan.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Eric Rowan. Okay.
Eric Rowan. The Eric Rowan at a house show was completely different than Eric Rowan on television. And I'm like, if they'd let him do that on television, it'd be different. It's seeing when they get where they're out there and they got, more time, and they're not up against, the restrictions of television. It's completely different. And I think that's why wrestling fans travel to watch wrestling.
And whatever it is, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The real reason should be because they want to see Suge Whyte. But whatever the other reasoning is, I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So
now, I definitely agree. I cannot watch wrestling as a fan. It's hard. I try to. I actually went to my first event a week or so ago. And you could say as a fan, but it's hard to be a fan when I'm Suge Whyte and people know me.
Yeah.
But I'm in the crowd as a fan, enjoying the show as a fan, being what a fan would be, and it's hard watching the matches, trying to enjoy the matches just because it's a match.
Well, I decided a few years ago that I was going to quit refereeing because my grandkids, that wrestling's our thing.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching wrestling with my grandkids.
Yes.
I can watch it through the eyes of a child when I'm with my grandkids. So COVID happened. So the first year was easy. The first show, they had one in Vicksburg, Mississippi. They call it the Heritage Hoax.
Okay.
The Heritage Hoax. I mean, they had so many wrestlers. I mean, so many wrestlers showed up for this thing. It was a scam. Like they got a wrestling ring the day of. The promoter did pulled something. But the show went on. A lot of guys got screwed. But we were there with the grandkids, and halfway through this thing, I'm watching it, and I look at my grandkids, and I'm like, this is the last time. I can't sit out here with y'all anymore. I'm going back. I saw Storm and APOC, and I'm like, they came over and spoke to me. I said, yeah, this is the only time you'll see me in the crowd ever again.
Yeah.
Because I got to get back in there.
It's hard. But I feel like you should be able to turn off just a little bit, hanging out with the kids, just a little bit.
Yeah, with the kids I can do it. But on a show that I'm watching everybody that I've worked with for years in there, I'm like, I got to get back in there.
I'm not,
because that feeling, the feeling of getting in the ring. I mean, it's a privilege to get in the ring.
It is. I agree.
But there's no bigger high for me than climbing through those ropes.
It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling to whatever you're getting from the crowd, boos or cheers. It's amazing to get that. It lets you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Man, I feel like I enjoy the spotlight. I enjoy it. I don't know if it's an ego thing and wrestling is boosting my ego, but I really enjoy it. I get the rush, the high, whatever you want to call it. I get it every time I hit the curtain. Every time. Whatever, I may be nervous or whatever, but as soon as I hit my music plays and I hit the curtain, Suge Whyte, I'm Suge Whyte all day. But the crowd is getting the Suge Whyte that they pay to see. Like, it's amazing feeling. Like I don't know what to compare it to.
I couldn't
It's
think of
hard.
anything.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Mhm.
I want to. This is a question I've started asking recently. Do you get more butterflies in front of a smaller crowd than you do a larger crowd?
So the crowd doesn't necessarily give me butterflies, and I don't want to say I get butterflies, but I'm a little bit more nervous depending on my opponent. When I feel I'm wrestling somebody that I deem is better than me, at a different level than me, because I'm not as good as I can be, or I should be. But I'm grinding. You know, I'm gonna be humble about it. If I really do feel, for example, I wrestled Ryan Davidson. Man, I was nervous as hell wrestling Ryan Davidson. This dude's the head trainer at Reality of Wrestling Booker T School. I'm wrestling
Mhm.
that guy. He's been all over the country, won all these
Been
belts.
all over the
He's been on
world.
Japan, all over the world. I'm sorry, all over the world. He's international. He's the man. And I'm like, hold on, am I supposed to be doing this? But having that match let me realize, hey, I belong. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But
Mhm.
I get more nervous for the opponents than I do the crowd.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Mhm. Mhm.
I know that I get butterflies before every show, and I guess that's a good thing. They say that that you
It's
don't ever want
natural.
to not have them, but I've noticed. I guess there was a show that I was on not too long ago that was a very very small crowd, and for some reason, I mean the adrenaline was pumping extra hard for them for some reason. Like I don't know, but I know that the time that I was in front of several thousand, it didn't phase me in the least. So it was just kind of reverse, but I get
Well,
what you're saying because whenever James Beard's on the show, I ref a show with James Beard, I get that way. So I know what you're talking about with people that are on a different level.
yeah, man. I mean, in regards to the crowd size, it was always drilled in my head. I tossed it up to the school I went to. It doesn't matter what size the crowd is, you're going to perform the same.
Yeah,
Whether it's 50 people, 5 people, 5,000 people, I need to perform the same in front of every single, greatly. And so I always felt like the crowd wasn't a factor. Now I do sometimes notice if there's smaller crowds, I will be more. I'm interactive the entire time, but I might come out there and mess with you a lot more than I would if the entire place is packed. You know,
Mhm.
so it really, I mean that's the only little changes that might happen. But other than that, man, I don't get nervous because I know those people paid to be here, so I need to be on
right.
my game. We already got the money. You're here, so let me go out there and put on a show.
But, fun fact about Ryan Davidson: first match I ever refereed was Ryan Davidson.
Really,
Ryan Davidson versus Michael Faith.
he's been doing this thing for a while.
Yeah, I got to
Mhm.
work with him a couple months ago, and it was good to see him again, especially.
Oh, he did come up to BIW recently.
Yeah, we had him in Spring
Okay,
Hill, Louisiana.
yeah,
Because
I forgot
I
about that.
think he did a whole loop through Louisiana while he was here.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
saw him at Top Draw the night before. I
Cool.
believe.
Suge Whyte
I
is the
saw him
modern day
somewhere.
Bama.
Man, this guy, look, man, this police guy in here using lingo that he's too old to be using. He needs to leave that to other people.
Oh goodness!
As I say, one of our faithful watchers, Willie, he wanted to know, are any of your matches available on YouTube?
You go on you. I have a lot of matches on YouTube. You just go on there,
Okay.
type in Suge White. A lot of things will pop up. You'll see. I believe both of my matches with Ryan Davidson are on there.
Okay.
Wildcat Sports has quite a few of my matches. There's a match on Top Draw's YouTube page. The Gulf Coast Wrestling. I have matches on there. And then I'm gonna shout these two guys out. I know people give them a lot. People kind of trash them a little bit. But shout out to Newt and Sam. Off the top of my head, I can't think of their YouTube pages, but I have a lot of matches on there. Those guys go everywhere to record. So
Okay.
you go
318
on.
Wrestling Channel.
There we go, right there. There's one of them right there.
That's
318
Sam.
Wrestling Channel. And that guy, shout him out. He records. There's so much talent on his show, on his channel alone. That guy,
Mm-hmm.
he goes everywhere.
Oh,
So
and
just
I'll
go ahead
tell
and
you,
type in Suge White. I'll pop up.
and
Okay,
he gets
cool.
home from the show. He gets home from the show, and he starts before he goes to bed. Like if I get home on
Yes.
Saturday night, I can get home 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. By 7 in the morning, he's got all the matches from the night before on his channel.
Yes.
Ooh.
Look, I'll give him another. I'll shout him out again. He'll tell me, "Yeah, man, I got work the next day. Early in the morning. I don't know. It'll be super late. I don't know if I'll be able to get to you tonight." He gets home. I get it the same night. That he's telling me he ain't gonna be able to do it because I know he has work and I'm gonna respect it because I know you have a job. He's still sending it to me the same
Yeah,
night.
Sam
He's
is.
fast with it, and so hey, shout out to Sam and shout out to Newt. Them guys, we appreciate you. Well, I
And they,
appreciate you.
yeah, I do too. They're both great. And yeah, you can. Suge's got a YouTube channel. Y'all be sure to go subscribe to it. All you gotta do is just throw him in the search bar. You'll
Yeah,
get his
I
channel, and
gotta
you'll
put
get
actual
all
matches
that he's
on
doing.
there. I just be doing little shorts for the most part on my YouTube page. I gotta put actual matches, but I do have a lot of matches on YouTube.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was. You faced Bam Bam alone. So I think that's what he said. You had faced
Ooh.
Bam Bam alone.
I haven't faced Bam Bam.
No,
I
just
would
that
I would
Sam.
like to. You know.
I was wondering because
Hey, here BIW.
yeah,
Yeah, we haven't.
I didn't. I was trying to think where you would have crossed paths with Bam.
I haven't been to Texas yet.
Yeah, and he just works. I mean, he's Texas, and he just comes for BIW.
Yeah, so yeah, I haven't. I mean, I work him. I put him down.
Hey, you might have. I mean, he's got a title match coming up on the 19th, so he'd be if he can beat Barrett Brown, he'd have a target on his back at that point.
I'd love to get my hands on both those guys, man. Barrett Brown, he's another great talent.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him. I saw a match of his recently against Nate Bradley, and I love Nate Bradley. Shout out to Nate Bradley. I saw a match of him. I never actually sat down and watched Barrett Brown like that, but I was very impressed. I see what the hype is.
Is it Nate Bradley? He's going to be on the 19th also, isn't he?
Yeah,
That
he's going to
show?
be
I
against
thought
Nate
so.
Collins. He's going against Nate Collins.
Awesome.
That
Okay.
show is stacked, and shout out to Nate. Y'all got my boy PJ Hawks coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Raza
PJ
Rainey's
against
gonna be there.
PJ against Exodus.
That's gonna be. That could be. Now I know there's a lot of good matches on there, paper wise, but that might be the one to steal the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Raza Riley and Frankie Thomas have a good chance to steal the show.
They have a great chance. Listen, on paper, there's a lot of great matches on paper, but I said like I really do believe Frankie and Raza is going to be a great match, but just Exodus is on a way different level.
And he's got John Saxon with him now.
He does have John Saxon, and PJ is on a different level. Like I really do feel those guys are going to match up very well.
We're broadcasting that show live on our channel
On the 19th.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Friday, right?
No, it's Saturday.
Saturday. I feel like I'm somewhere. I'm
You're
somewhere
on Fridays
the
the
19th.
following week. The 25th is a Friday. For LAW runs on Friday.
I'm in D'Iberville on the 19th for Magnolia Championship Wrestling.
You'll have to catch us. You'll have to catch us on the replay.
Sam just corrected himself and said it wasn't Bam Bam, it was Ryan Davidson.
It was. It probably was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
But Bam Bam, don't worry, man. I already put Ryan down.
Oh,
first,
yeah.
so.
I refereed that match.
Come on, Dave.
Oh, God. Hey, I'm almost 60. I do good.
He elderly.
I showed up the other night. I walked in, I opened the door, and my wife said, "Who's she?" And I said, I thought she was you.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna chalk it up to all those liberties that Camacho been taking with you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's starting to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. He's rang my bell a couple times.
Yes, he has.
CTE is real, man.
Yeah, Amy and them for volunteering me to do all kinds of crazy stunts to try to get subscribers. And so I had to take a Koloff cannonball.
Koloff be throwing them things.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he ought to just go ahead and just punch me in the face because his
I don't
working
think he would.
his working cannonball was killing me.
I was gonna say he wouldn't enjoy it as much if he just hit you. He likes doing that cannonball on
Yeah.
you.
Dang, Dave, you letting everybody else put hands on you but me?
Well, I ducked out after before Camacho before I do the Camacho bomb. We got out of that. Actually,
I mean,
I think I'm supposed to still take a Camacho bomb,
yes, and honestly,
but he
we
don't weigh
will.
460 anymore. He's down under 300. So yeah, I'll do it.
He looks great. Yeah. Well, but we want to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're not very far, so maybe we need to have Suge White do something to you. Do you have a signature move?
I have a Samoan.
I like that. Let's do
I
that
ha-
one. No.
okay, no problem, Dave.
Dude,
Take a Samoan. I could
I
pop
had
you up, Dave, or just put you right up there, man. Whatever we're gonna do.
I got a cool move for you from
All
the
right.
past that
Okay.
nobody does. I'll wait and tell you in person so I don't put it on out there.
All right, no worries. I
But
appreciate that.
but because sometimes the stuff that worked in the 80s, nobody's doing them.
Hmm.
But you could this when I heard this, I heard JBL talking about it the other day, and I'm like, man, Suge White could do that. That would fit him so well.
Good
Okay.
deal.
I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely let me know.
I was
If it
fixing
comes
to do it
from
on the air, but I'll
JBL,
wait
JBL's the man.
because
One of the best heels.
if I say it, then everybody will do it this weekend.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for
Don't do
sure, for
that.
sure,
Don't
for
do
sure,
that. Don't do that.
for sure. But they can't do it like me. These guys can't wrestle like me,
Well,
man.
I didn't think about nobody else but you when I heard it.
Hey, well, I'm glad.
I can't wait to see this now.
I can't wait neither. I'm gonna be killing guys with it. Don't
I'll
worry,
see if
Dave.
I'll see if I can find a video of it and I'll send it to you
Oh,
because I know what to
cool.
look for.
Man, I don't know if you've seen my chops lately, man. I've been throwing them things, man. I've been having
I'm
some
aware.
nasty chops lately.
Would you like to take another chop, Dave?
No,
Come
Oh,
no,
on,
okay.
Dave.
No,
I'm
no.
throwing them Gunther chops right now.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I saw you throw a chop and it looked like the dude's soul left his body.
Hey, I'm just trying to clean the game up, man.
Because sometimes everybody goes, Dave, you just react whenever there's chops and up because I know how bad they suck.
Yeah.
When I trained to wrestle at PCW, we did what they called chop night.
Ugh.
And all the wrestlers that were on the show would come to training and everybody would have to go around the ring and get chopped from corner to corner all the way around. And I mean, my chest was bleeding.
Ugh.
And I mean, guys like Lance Archer was one of them, Mike
Mm.
Fox, BJ Turner. But there was a guy named wrestling is Luke Bronson. He's tall fella. And his chops, he would come up and he would come down with them.
Ugh.
And I got him last. It was, I don't want to be chopped anymore.
I understand.
I mean, I've already learned the psychology. If somebody says, "What we got to do is chop you," why you want to do something that makes? What happens when you chop somebody?
Reflex.
Everybody goes, "Woo!" So why you want to do something that's going to make them think about somebody other than you? And then you'll have guys, "Oh, that's bullshit. Just take the chop."
Nah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I really do feel like it depends on who's throwing them. Because lately,
Yeah.
when I've been throwing them, you don't get the woo, you get the ooh. Rub
Yeah.
my chest.
Well, if we get to 25,000 subscribers,
25.
25K, I'll get Suge White to give me a chop.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
y'all.
Bookmark this.
Yes.
This. Y'all heard it here today.
25,000. Well, we're at 9,000. So
All right. Well, listen.
Hey,
That's
you
nothing.
got to start
But hey,
You'll get
somewhere.
there.
6 months ago we were at 600. So
Oh, so think about where you're gonna be in another 6 months.
yeah.
Exactly.
Get your chest ready.
Exactly.
Oh goodness. If we can get to 25,000 in 6 months, I'll gladly. Gladly take it.
All right. Let's get out there and do some work. No,
It's coming. It's
That's all
coming.
right. We're
Don't-
gonna next time we get next women's wrestler we get on here, we're gonna get Amy in line for a chop.
Shoot. Nobody wants to see that. They enjoy seeing.
Oh,
you
everybody
take-
wants to see that. Everybody.
Nobody wants to see.
I could put a
that.
poll out there. It'd be overwhelmingly 98.7% would say that yes, they want to see it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, what about merch? You got a merch store yet?
I don't have a merch store. I will make one for what's that? Pro Wrestling Tees. I just haven't paid the fee yet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I carry around my own merch. I have pictures. I have t-shirts. I have stickers. I have some other things in the works that I don't want to disclose yet. Surprises. I've been seeing what some of the kids like, and
Yeah.
I got some things coming out.
Cool.
That's another thing about these crowds is that they're very supportive at the merchandise tables.
Yes.
So if you won't be able to get anything from him online just yet, but you can sure catch him. You can catch him when you go see him live.
Yeah, definitely always live, but I'll get some stuff online. I mean, shirts I can always mail out to people, but I appreciate when they come to my table. I hate you. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Hate me. Go ahead, put that in my palm while you hate me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for doing business.
I like this Gulf Coast Boogieman.
Hey, man, I really believe it.
I think it's accurate. It's accurate.
So I'm not giving nobody a free promotion, but there are guys that are dropping belts and leaving promotions and not accepting bookings if they're on the same show with Suge Whyte.
Ooh.
And that's not to say because I'm hurting anybody intentionally, but hey, I'm on this momentum. I'm coming in like a hurricane. I'm leaving nothing but bodies in my path.
Well, the one final one I want you to tell me about beating up is Ray Fury.
I have
because everybody that comes on here
Oh.
loves to beat up Ray Fury.
I don't have any beef with Ray Fury. I like Ray Fury. I'm not one of those
Oh, I love him.
So me and Ray Fury haven't really tangled it up that much. I have been on the other end of it. He likes to do all these crazy dives. I might be out there fighting somebody, and then here comes Ray Fury over the top. Like, catch him real quick. But me and him has never really tangled it up one-on-one. I don't have any beef with Ray right now, and that's good for him.
That is good for him. Well, finally, somebody from the Gulf Coast is not dogpiling on Ray Fury.
Nah, I'm not going to dogpile Ray Fury. I really don't have anybody to dogpile on. Like, to be honest with you, I'm the Gulf Coast Boogieman. I'm the one out here catching bodies, not them.
Tell everybody how to find you on socials.
You can catch me on Instagram at The Samoan Pearl, which would be Instagram and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Hit me on my Facebook page, Suge Whyte, Suge Whyte. And the other day, I'm on TikTok too, Suge Whyte. You can catch me on there as well. I have all the apps, whatever, all these little random, even the random social media apps you might think of, which I can't come off the top of my head. I have them. Just search Suge Whyte.
Now on Facebook, there's a lot of them.
On what, Suge Whyte?
Yeah.
I had to figure it out.
I had to click on them to find out, make sure that I added the right one.
So I'm gonna work on that. I'll fix that real soon because there's only one that pops up that looks like me, So
because I figured with the unique spelling, but when I looked on Facebook, because I went to the search, and I would figure since we were friends that would have been the first one, but no. And I had to find because your profile picture is really dark on there, so that's how I was able to get it.
Yeah, it's I have to see what's going on because that's actually a business page more so than
that's probably why so many of the personal ones popped up that way.
Yeah, it's on the actual. I think you have to do to the actual pages or whatever.
Because I was trying to tag you. And when I had to type it out, and that's when I get all the different choices.
So the story behind that, I originally So I haven't had Facebook in years. When I joined Wildcat, I had to make one to be in the group chat. I
Mm-hmm.
had changed the real one because nobody knows the name. I had that one at Suge White, and they was like, "Oh, why don't you make a business page and just leave this page as whatever." Something that's what happened. So I have to figure things out. It's not a page where people can add me as friends. Just you click the like or follow button. But you can
Okay.
message me on there. I message people back. I have fans message me all the time. So I'll try to figure out the way to make it more accessible to people that's on Facebook.
All right. Suge, I thank you so much for your time tonight.
Well, I appreciate you guys for having
I
me
can't
on.
thank you enough for coming on here and helping our little show grow. And I'm such a huge fan of yours. I
Thank
love
you.
working with you, and I can't wait to see you on the 25th
Thank you. I can't
in
wait to see you too.
Taylorsville.
I was gonna say, I can't wait to see you perfect this move Dave is going to show you.
You might see it on the 25th.
I hope so.
Exciting.
I appreciate both of y'all having me on here. Allow me to be on y'all's platform, share myself to the world. Anytime we can chop this, we can chop it up again.
We'll do it. Thank you so much.
No
Yes, thank
problem.
you.
Thank y'all.
Suge Whyte, everybody.
Bye-bye.
What a good guy.
Definitely. That's going to be cool. I can't wait to see the move.
Dude, when I'm telling you, every wrestler that I'm in the ring with doesn't throw me back to when I was watching.
Right.
But occasionally, and when I saw him stalking, I forgot that it was him and Ryan Davidson. But it runs together.
I can imagine. You've reffed a few matches. I'm sure it does.
And I reffed them all that night. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But what I'm saying is that the way he stalks his opponent
Mm-hmm.
and that swagger and the talking, he reminds me of Terry Gordy.
Not a bad person to be,
'Cause you respect
compared
him,
to.
you respect him, but you don't want no part of him.
Right. Right. You know he could whoop you
Yeah.
pretty soundly.
Well, Amy, I think we've done
Dave,
it.
I think we have too. We've had a great show, a lot of interaction. We're so thankful for everyone that's popped on here with us. We have such a great weekend of wrestling. I mean, Tuesday, that's all we're going to be talking about, I'm sure. Is all the results.
That, and because we're going to be broadcasting Bayou Independent Wrestling, I'm working on maybe getting some quick pop-ins by some of the talent
100%. Yes. I can't
to
believe
get
it.
in here,
That's crazy.
jump in and cut a promo. Tell us about the big
Definitely.
matchups. I'm I'm so stoked about what we're going to be doing.
Oh, yes, 100%.
And
I'm excited too.
did I tell everybody that after 3 years of trying to get a fundraiser at my grandkids' school, that we're January the 21st,
Uh-huh.
January 23rd, January 24th.
No, I don't think I've heard this. Tell us.
January 24th, Raymond, Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
Central Hines Academy is going to present professional wrestling to
Awesome.
benefit the football team and the softball team.
And now Central Hines is the one with the football belt, right? That big time belt's made.
Shh. They made the softball belt.
Oh, softball belt. Softball belt.
The other one hadn't been unveiled yet.
I'm so sorry.
Y'all act like y'all didn't hear her say that they're getting a football belt.
Oh,
It's phenomenal. I cannot wait to show it to you. It's getting leather. It's at the leather because it didn't get Big Time Belt does incredible leather, but Ring the Bell Belts does custom leather, and we went the extra mile for the leather for this belt because we wanted the croc backing.
I feel so bad.
White
I'm so
leather with
sorry.
green croc backing. It's going to be. It's the dude told me that they were the best plates that he's seen from that I've had sent to him from there.
Awesome.
Plus he's also doing my world class belt with the red stripe.
Yes. I'm so sorry for that.
That's okay.
I know it's not. I'm sorry. Darn it. I feel bad.
Well, I mean, we ain't showed anybody. My wife designed the belt. It's tremendous.
It
Or I was
is.
told by a belt maker that she did not design the belt. Reggie Parks designed the belt. It's the
It is.
shape. It's the shape of a belt, but the artwork is completely changed. And I think it was modified a little bit, but it is what it is.
It is. It's wonderful.
She did a hell of a job on it, and Zubair Big Time Belts did a great job on it, and Dan Comiskey's doing. The leathers, it already looks incredible. So after media day, we'll have it on here and show it.
Sounds good.
So
I bet I don't get told any more secrets.
that's all right. I can't wait to get you chopped.
Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice. Maybe I deserve it after that. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
take
you
one
got to take a
for
chop.
that. For that,
You
I
actually,
will.
because the way that when we went to wrestling camp, and the way you acted as a manager, you got one coming.
Okay, maybe so. Maybe so.
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody that was with us in the chat. The guys from Top Draw.
I'm looking forward to having them on.
Thank y'all for coming in and supporting Suge on the show. I appreciate y'all coming early. Me and Amy like to try to get our silliness out of the way before we bring the wrestlers in. But anyway, thank y'all so much. Kevin Davenport. I don't have the graphic ready. And I'm running out of time. Let me see if I've got it. Check out our friends at the TNA Top 10 this Sunday. They're doing top 10 characters from The Office is their top 10 list.
Yes.
It's Allison's birthday.
Terry,
Andrew, and Allison do a great job on that show. The Brilliant Show with Brandon Turner. I don't think he ever turns it off. You go to Facebook, you can catch him all the time broadcasting on The Brilliant Show. He does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Drunken Pop. Check out those boys from Drunken Pop. They're on our channel. When they go live, you'll get notification. They do pop culture. They'll take a snapshot of a month in a year. They'll do the music. They'll do the movies. They'll do the current events. They'll do the sports. They do a great job over there. And then on Saturday nights, you can catch the Double Drop Kick podcast on Facebook with Kevin Davenport. You can catch him on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have they're announcing a collaboration with Spanning the Globe podcast that we're actually on against tonight. So thank you for joining us, Kevin, instead of your partners. You're awesome, man. So anyway, for Amy Vaughn, have we forgot anything, Amy?
I don't think so.
All right. For Amy Vaughn, I'm Palm Water Dave. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you. We'll be back here on Tuesday at 6:00 for Talking Wrestling with Palm Water and Amy. Good night.